All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm just having a look. I don't know exactly what happened in the beginning. The intro music seems to have got stuck somewhere, much like the Chelsea season getting stuck as well. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've got the EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever it's called at the moment. We've got the match preview coming up for that. We're doing this live because there's so much that was going on in recent times we had to cover. So we had to leave this particular preview for match day, on the match day. Obviously, the match is later on tonight. But before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling? Let me know in the live chat. Smash the like button as you guys are coming through. Yeah, it feels a bit strange, doesn't it? Can we expect to win? Are we going to win away from home? This is probably one of the cups that you want to give yourself the best opportunity to win, but at the same time, how important is it in the bigger scheme of things? I don't know. You want to probably rotate as well. If you rotate, can you still match up against Man City? Even because Man City will rotate as well, but their players, even when they rotate, they're still sublime. They've got some really, really good players. But yeah, I'm hoping we get to see some of our youngsters. Definitely Omari Hutchinson. I'm very, very keen to see Omari Hutchinson. And there's good conversation that he's potentially going to start. So it'll be good to see what he can bring against Man City, quality team, regardless of what sort of rotation they have. It'll be good to see what Omari Hutchinson can bring, and maybe it could be the start of something new. Maybe, hopefully, if he has a very good performance, perhaps he cracks into the Premier League side. Do you know what I mean? And then gets to feature for us there, because we need some sort of attacking flair. We need a lot more creativity up front. We need someone who's going to be brave enough to take the opposition on. Right now, we're just not looking good one bit. Do not expect anything, especially winning. A lot of people are feeling that way. Honestly, I don't know if we can win, to be honest. Like, away from home, Man City, the way we're playing, the way they're playing, as I said, they're potentially going to have rotation, but their rotational players are very good, very, very good. We won't win, let's be honest. EPL match is more important now. Yeah, perhaps that's the way to go about things. Not sleeping well means hopefully positive end to the day. Yeah, man, I hear you. I really do. I understand what you mean. It's been strange. It's been tough. It's been very difficult. The way we've sort of gone south in recent times, over the past probably 5 games in the Premier League, it's very hard to take. It's definitely very, very hard to take. Especially the way we've lost against Brighton and then absolutely outplayed by Arsenal as well, even though it was 1-0. Yeah, the morale is down, and then you start hearing news about certain players not happy, and some of those players being Kovacic. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'll be so angry if we see Sterling in that team. No jokes. Look, he shouldn't start. I think him going to Man City, I think that in itself is a bit of a bad conundrum, isn't it? It's a bit of a conundrum. I'm pretty sure the fans over there will give him the boo. And his form hasn't been great. So, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. He shouldn't start. I don't even think he should be in the bench. It should be Omari Hutchinson. It should be Omari Hutchinson. It should be Christian Pulisic. It should be Hakim Ziyech. I mean, play these people, man. If Hakim Ziyech doesn't even get a game here, I know his time's up. But you might as well use these players. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ziyech couldn't even play against Salzburg. How you doing, Miz? I always love your videos, my man. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Doing all right. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm excited to see Lewis Hall. Yep, same me as well. Omari Hutchinson as well. We are going to lose gallantly. Big up, Miz. Big up to you as well. Miz, you're right. If City rotate whole 11 players, also they will win. Yeah, man. I mean, recently they rotated heavily in the Champions League game and they still did all right. So yeah, I don't see any reasons why even the heavily rotated team would struggle against our heavily rotated team as well. I love to see Zakaria start. He should be starting most of our games. He's good enough. Good enough. No strong enough midfielder will need steel in midfield. Yeah, look, I expect Zakaria to play this particular game. I really do. I really do. Okay, let's have a look at some of the latest news that's going around before we get into my lineup prediction and whatnot. So this came a couple of days ago. Omari Hutchinson has been invited to play for Jamaica on Friday. However, Chelsea have told him not to go amid potential call-up for the game against Manchester City. I want him to start. I really do. And I hope he starts. I really hope he starts. He's been doing the bits in the development squad, scoring goals, assisting goals. He's killing it. And I know it's a different level, in the first team, but I think he might be ready for it. Chelsea's director David Bernard said in recent times, Man City was in Dortmund's group. We hope to be speaking to our friends at City to get some insight. There's a lot of water to go under the bridge until February. World Cup and a transfer window, it could be two totally different teams. So this was obviously after the Dortmund draw that we had, and the expectation is by the time we face Dortmund in the Champions League, that it's going to be a totally different team, and I hope it is. I hope it is. Some really bad news in regards to Reece James. He's going to miss out on he has missed out on the World Cup. The announcement has been made. He hasn't made the cut. Look, I completely understand and sympathize with his frustration and the fact that he's upset about this. I completely get it. This particular event comes every 4 years, but from a Chelsea point of view, I think it's good, man. I mean, this guy, I don't want him to be rushed back. I don't want him to be thrown into the deep end with the England international team, and him not fully being fit is not good for England, is not good for himself. And then he gets re-injured again, let's just say, for argument's sake. And then he's out for even longer time. And that would be detrimental for Chelsea Football Club. I don't need that. No need to rush. Unfortunate situation, but it is what it is. Breaking: Jorginho is in doubt for tomorrow with a foot injury. To be honest, I'd probably rather not have Jorginho start. I'm thinking we'll do the team lineup. I'm thinking Dennis Zakaria as the deepest midfielder, and then probably have a couple of eights in and around him. Conor Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, maybe. We'll see. Not very keen with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but it is probably the match that I'd rather have him play as opposed to playing in the Premier League for the time being. Graham Potter says Kovacic isn't actually far off 100% fitness. He will play in the World Cup for Croatia. The injury doesn't affect him too much. Well, see, I don't understand this, because recently the talk was that apparently Kovacic's knee has not been well, and this is why he's been managed. He gets 60 minutes or 40 minutes, he doesn't start. I mean, if he's nearing 100% fitness, was he not fit against Arsenal? Was he not fit enough to start against Arsenal? But he is going to the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, and then there's rumors about him yesterday. There was some news going around that he's one of those players that's not happy. So interesting how it's all sort of correlated with each other. He's not happy, doesn't start. Apparently he's injured, but still going to the World Cup. So, but now he's fully fit. I mean, I would be very shocked if he starts tomorrow. I mean, tonight, again, tomorrow for me, but tonight in UK, obviously. I'd be very shocked if he starts this particular match against Man City and then he doesn't start against Newcastle. I'd rather him play against Newcastle. So can he back it up? Can he play 2 matches back to back? Potentially he won't because of the World Cup just around the corner. So I don't want to see him play against Man City. I'd rather see him play against Newcastle. He can come off the bench and get some minutes, and that's probably just it. Potter says to not zoom into Sterling's performances too much because the team isn't functioning as he wants it to. It's a part of the process. It's a part of the process to make it better, and City and Newcastle will learn a lot about each other. Reece James started jogging again today. Kepa won't play the next 2 games, and his injury isn't very positive at the moment. Look, there's no doubt Raheem Sterling hasn't been on form. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, I don't think all the focus should be on Raheem Sterling. It's the entire team. The entire team has not been playing well. And Graham Potter's right. I mean, once he gets the team to do what he wants them to do, everything will fall into place. And yeah, right now there's no point in just focusing on Sterling. But at the same time, we do need to talk about the fact that he's not been on form. So definitely he doesn't start this match for me. Definitely doesn't start. Look at this injury list, ladies and gentlemen. Reece James struggling for World Cup. N'Golo Kante, Kepa, Jorginho, Fofana, Chilwell. Chukwuemeka is still out. I really wanted to see Chukwuemeka. Kovacic, not 100% fit as well. What else do we have here? Chelsea were going for a top midfielder. Chelsea wants the best talents in the world, so they are 1 out of 3 clubs leading the race to sign Endrick. Look, kudos to Todd Bowley and Chelsea to at least give it a try for Endrick. But I don't understand how Endrick would join Chelsea Football Club. I really don't. Real Madrid's gone for him. He's got Vinicius Jr. there. He's got Rodrigo there. He's got Militao there. What makes you think Endrick's going to join Chelsea when he's got superstar Brazilians waiting there and would embrace him as soon as he comes to that football club? And let's face it, man, Real Madrid's got that aura, don't it? Like, they're in an advanced situation. Once Ancelotti leaves, they're probably going to replace Ancelotti with another world-class manager. Who knows? Maybe even Thomas Tuchel. Do you know what I mean? We on the other side, we're on the beginning stage again. We need to restart the football club again. New owners, whole heap of new players that need to come in. A lot of players need to go. Endrick ain't coming in and starting for Chelsea Football Club. He'd rather go to Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure Real Madrid will utilize him off the bench. Give him minutes like in the cup matches over there. I don't see what makes it exciting for Endrick to join Chelsea Football Club. Simple as that. Mukoko could be interesting opportunity for clubs if talks break down with Dortmund. Got no idea who that player is. Reece James has been told he's not going to the World Cup. We've talked about that. Southgate delivered the news by saying he cannot afford to risk his fitness despite a positive scan yesterday at Chelsea. So look, I mean, things are progressing well, seems like, for Reece James, but good that Gareth Southgate didn't risk him for the World Cup. Potter, if I wanted a nice, easy life, I would have stayed at Brighton. I wouldn't have had too many questions about pressure or sackings. Potter says Chelsea haven't competed in the league for 2 to 3 or 4 years, so now there's a process and we need to go through a bit of pain to get there. Let's talk a little bit about this. Let's see what you guys are saying. Only huge money can convince him is why is Mendy considering problem is it because problem with Potter or being benched by Kepa or other players being angry is fair because you're missing a lot of words here, man. I don't know what's going on. But I think I understand what you're saying. Look, Mendy was the number 1 goalkeeper under Thomas Tuchel. There was Peter Cech as well. Thomas Tuchel goes. Mendy was also injured. Kepa takes over. Peter Cech obviously had gone a long time back. There's been a lot of changes, man. And now the new contract, it's not something that Mendy is agreeing with as well. He wants to get similar pay, if not more than Kepa. So I can understand why he might be a bit over it. Kovacic as well, I get the feeling that he must have been very close with Thomas Tuchel. He probably feels the amount of changes that's taken place is a bit too mad for him. Obviously, he's seen Sarri, he's seen Frank Lampard, and Thomas Tuchel, now Graham Potter. That's a lot of change for one player, man, in the space of 4 seasons. It's mad. It really is mad. But in regards to Graham Potter, do you know what? Everything Graham Potter says in the press conference is right. He is logically correct. But I do want Graham Potter to at times show a little bit more cockiness, show a little bit more arrogance. You are the Chelsea manager now, man. You can't be talking like the way you used to talk back in Brighton. You need to have some swagger. You need to be like, nah, yeah, why not? Why not? We will be competing. We will be competing in this cup, in the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, Champions League. We will be competing next season in the Premier League. This is Chelsea Football Club. Have that swagger about you, man. He seems a bit too nice. I need him to fire up a little bit at times, man. Like, Chelsea managers used to have some sort of charisma. Do you know what I mean? Big clubs, big managers, they need some sort of charisma, in my opinion. It's not just about managing Chelsea Football Club. You're managing an entire fan base of millions across the world. Look at the way Pep Guardiola talks. Look at the way Klopp talks. When they talk, you listen. Jose. Do you know what I mean? Ancelotti. There's some weight in the name. I want Graham Potter to be a little bit more ruthless in the press conference. I feel like sometimes it's all a bit too nice and simple. I mean, everything he said over here, if I wanted a nice, easy life, I could have stayed at Brighton. I wouldn't have had too many questions about the pressures or sackings. Potter says Chelsea haven't competed in the league 2, 3, or 4 years, so now there's a process and we need to go through a bit of pain. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. But have the kahunas to come out and just say, no, we'll definitely get out of this. We will play better football. We will compete down the track. It's just a bit annoying sometimes, man. Miz, Makuku is from Dortmund, a fine player, fair enough. I mean, look, I don't know. That's why I need to research on him. Miz, that's his personality, though we can't force him to change. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. He is who he is, right? He is who he is. Potter has a long way to reach that Pep and Klopp's level. He needs more credit in the bank. Fair enough. Don't think Potter has Chelsea or aura. Pep Guardiola goes on to say, if Chelsea accepts my humble advice, then they should have given Potter. They should give Potter time. He will do well in the big clubs. He will do well, but in the big clubs, they don't give time. This is the reality. Potter is one of the best managers in the league. And the latest that's come out today is this news. Plans have started to put in place for who Chelsea want to buy over the next 2 years. The intention is to build a squad full of players aged 25 and under who can be at the club several years. I mean, it looks like more of that Arsenal sort of style that we're looking for. Young team. We are going to go through some pain. Young team means you're not winning anything immediately. That's what young team means. Young team means there'll be some suffering, and then hopefully enough down the track, we'll get that victory. Much like what Arsenal's doing. Obviously, Arsenal's not won anything yet. We'll see what happens with them. But I think we're going through that Arsenal model, it seems like. Just going through what Absolute Chelsea has to say about this particular match before I start doing my predicted lineup. Graham Potter, that's the challenge of having World Cup in the middle of the season, because the alternative is saying don't go celebrate the World Cup. By the way, you come back here and train. What's this? Let's have a look at this thread. Even then, it's so difficult because they will have played a game on whatever day it is, and then they have to recover emotionally. How long does it take to recover from a World Cup final? I mean, most people, I imagine, celebrate for 2-3 weeks, open top buses everywhere, and then they need a 2-3 week holiday to get over that celebration. It's so difficult. Who is going to be in the final? Hopefully England from our perspective, but you never know. And then on that point, what if you've lost the cup final? How long does it take to get over? Probably 3 to 4 days. Yeah, it's a strange time to have a World Cup, man. And straight after the World Cup, you've got to come in and play for your club again. Yeah. Look, let's get stuck into this, man. Enough with all those press conference BS. Honestly, I'm not feeling this match, man. I really am not feeling this match. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see what you guys have to say. Miz, I just have one problem with Potter. Why is he protecting players, saying they are doing everything? Even we all can see players are lost on field. Just be ruthless and honest. I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone in the live chat said that that's apparently his personality. I don't want that. Like, I want honesty, man. I want honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Miz, we can't change a person's personality, Lord. It's just how he is. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's your answer. Young team with some young elite players, though. Ryan, good to see you. The only way you get a young manager to perform is with young players. Young team generally means inconsistency, and we already been that. So that what is there to lose? Yeah, I guess we just have to stay patient because you can't expect young team to deliver immediately. They should call off the World Cup already. Too many plastic fans in Chelsea, not patient at all. Potter Graham needs more years to Graham Potter needs more years to build and bring in his players. For now, Chelsea don't have a world-class player except very few players. People saying injuries to defenders is the problem in the game against Salzburg. A must win. He left Fofana and Koulibaly on the bench. Don't trust that guy. Okay, all right. Let's start with the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a whole heap of different players in this particular lineup. I will go with a 4 at the back. I'm definitely going to play Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall is apparently in the team. Omari Hutchinson's definitely in the team. And I think there's another youngster who's in the team. So let's go and do this particular lineup, ladies and gentlemen. In the goalkeeper position, Mendy. Bettinelli doesn't get an opportunity. I don't need any Bettinelli in this match. Mendy hasn't played due to Kepa being the number 1 goalkeeper for a moment until he got injured. And then Mendy now needs to play. Mendy needs to play the remaining 2 games before the World Cup. Let's get on with that. In the left back position, I'm going to play Lewis Hall. Let's give Cucurella a bit of a break. There's no way Cucurella can play every single game. And his form's been off. His form has been very, very bad. So relax, take it easy, reflect, get ready for the Newcastle game. This is a perfect opportunity for Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall can potentially play in the left back position. So let's go with him. In the middle, Koulibaly. And Chalobah, I need Silva to get a break, and I need him to be fully focused against Newcastle. Even Silva in the last few games has been a bit dodgy. Against Arsenal, actually, he hasn't been that bad. There were some key moments where he blocked, but against Brighton, he was crazy. So definitely playing Chalobah, giving Silva a break, and hopefully he's ready for the match against Newcastle. On the right back side, Azpilicueta, there is no other option. Besides Azpilicueta, there is absolutely no other option. So come January, we need to address this side because this is what I said the beginning of this season during the summer. We cannot start this season or have any moment in this season with Aspi playing week in, week out. And I know he didn't do bad against Arsenal, but I don't want, like, not doing bad doesn't cut it for me. I need more. I need attacking threat. I need the total package like Reece James. I need another right-sided player when Reece James is not available to be able to pick things up where we've left it. Aspie just can't give us that. I'm sorry. He can't give us that. Something we need to address in January. The fact that it's 2022, end of 2022, and Aspie still starts is mad. It is mad. Much respect to Azpilicueta. He's a legend of the football club, but his expiration has finished. In the middle, no Jorginho. Zakaria. This is a match Zakaria has to play. And I know this might not be his most suitable position. It probably suits him to play more as a eight, one of the two eights, be more box to box. But he's going to have to do the job for us as the deepest midfielder. I really expected him to play against Arsenal. Would he have done worse than Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Would he have actually done worse than Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Will Aspie get the Spain call-up? Have they done the call-up yet? I don't know if they've done the call-up. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. To be honest, I really don't care. In the 2-8s, Gallagher. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I mean, who else is it going to be in the middle? I don't even think we have another youngster that we can play in the middle. So it's going to have to be Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I'd rather Ruben Loftus-Cheek play this game than play against Newcastle. I think Conor Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is perfect. Kovacic can relax. I'd rather have him play against Newcastle. Yeah, Shubra, I just saw your comment. I'm not playing cover in this game, man. It's unnecessary. It's not needed. I don't want him to get injured. I'd rather him play against Newcastle. I'd rather these players play against Man City in the Cup and have cover for the Newcastle game. Look, Graham Potter potentially might start cover, but I would rather start cover against Newcastle. Like, that makes more sense to me. Do you know what I mean? Chukwuemeka Ryan is not available. He is still injured. They are still working on him. Hall can play there, but Cuckoo have to be left back in that case. Nah, I'd rather Lewis Hall as left back. And we saw what Lewis Hall was capable of as a left back last season. He's quick, man. He's quick. So I'd rather have him there. On the left side, Christian Pulisic. This is the other sad factor. Pulisic actually hasn't been bad in recent times, but the brother can't get a start. He can't get a start because we keep starting Raheem Sterling. Pulisic in recent times, I think it was against Wolves, he got a goal. I think there was another match where he came off the bench and got an assist. I can't really exactly remember which game it was. Might have been the Salzburg game. Yeah, for me, Pulisic starts, man. I hope he plays well against Man City. I still remember Project Restart. Christian Pulisic, against Man City, that Frank Lampard season. He was devastating. So I'd like to see him get an opportunity. Ziyech or Omari? I know, man. I know this is going to be tough for me, but I think Ziyech is out of favor. He can come off the bench. Maybe, do you know what? Could we possibly do this? Since it's my team, I will have Ziyech in the team. Ziyech as one of the eights. Why not? Why not? Why not as Ziyech as one of the eights? Maybe further up down here. Do you know what I mean? A little bit further up. Instead of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Why not? I'll do that. My team. I'll do whatever I want to do with this team. Omari Hutchinson on the right side. This is the player I'm really looking out for. I hope Omari Hutchinson has a really good game and showcases his talent to the fullest degree. And he needs to start. I'll be very, very disappointed if he doesn't start. Honestly, if he doesn't start, I'd be very, very disappointed. And then up front, there is just the one choice. I don't want Aubameyang to start this. Aubameyang can relax as well, get ready for the Newcastle game. I need Aubameyang to start scoring goals, man. Enough of these shenanigans of him doing all these videos and this and that. Enough. Focus and score goals. That's more important. Armando Broja gets to start, and I hope he can put the Man City defense under immense pressure. Hope he links up well with Omari Hutchinson. Hope he links up well with Pulisic. I don't think Ziyech will start. I really don't think Ziyech will start, but I'm putting Ziyech in there because at the moment I don't want to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek for the time being. And Gallagher deserves to get some game time. Definitely. Gallagher definitely deserves to get some game time. Zakaria obviously should be fit and ready to go. Lewis Hall in the left back position, give Kukura a bit of a break. Koulibaly, Chalobah, Aspie, Mendy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my lineup. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think 7 or 8 young for Hunger. I don't think that many young players will play this. I don't think that many young players have been selected to go for this particular match. Ziyech will be losing the ball more than Sterling did against Arsenal. Okay, well, fine. Just use Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It doesn't matter, man. It does not matter. It does not matter. Like I'm so like my feelings towards this match, going into this match, I'm so uninterested. Like it's not even funny. Our form has been so rubbish. It doesn't matter. Bench or leave most of them in 24 or something. That's not possible. Cesar Casady is not part of the team. I don't think he's traveling with the team. He will, though, during the World Cup, join the first team and train with the first team. So all the players that are not participating in the World Cup, he will be one of them joining the first team and participating with them. But he's not playing. He's not playing this particular match. I don't think so. Koulibaly fit to play against Arsenal, but was left on the bench at home against Arsenal. Got battered, outplayed, bruised from pillar to post, and people say trust the posters. To be fair, Oba, other than Salzburg match, hasn't got that much service. Not true. He hasn't got much service either. I'm not taking that away one bit. Why are we acting if Koulibaly played versus Arsenal, he'd make a difference? Probably wouldn't have. Cesar Casady, a replacement to Mount for long term. I need to watch Cesar Casady. I mean, we can't be downplaying Mason Mount so much so that Cesar Casady is ahead of him. Like that kind of stuff is outrageous to me. Mount, for me, hasn't been good overall. There's been a purple patch where he was good. But then prior to that, he wasn't good for a long time. And then now again, he's missing. But he's not that bad where Cesar Casady is the long-term replacement. We don't even know what Cesar Casady is capable of. Just because he's showing some decent enough form in the development, not like Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson is actually killing it over there. He's actually killing it. Cesar Casady, okay, let's be patient, but let's not become so outrageous that, okay, long-term replacement for Mason Mount. No, man. Long-term replacement, if we have to replace Mason Mount, it needs to be someone world-class, man. It needs to be someone world-class. And look, there's no doubt Mace hasn't been good. But yeah, it's not to the point that he's a rubbish player or anything like that. He's not a rubbish player. He just needs consistency. That's the biggest issue. He needs consistency. He needs to understand what his role is. I don't think Mason Mount completely understands what he needs to do all the time. And some of the things that Graham Potter has said in recent times as well in the press conference, especially in regards to Mace needs to play every game. That's how he builds confidence. Nah, man. He's going to ghost every now and then and he still continues to play. I don't think that's on. When the players don't play hungry, the fans do feel it. To be fair, means only us diehard fans stick with us. I'm ashamed for wanting Sarr to get gone. At least he played for the badge. Perfect way to put it in. Hugs uninterested. Let's get it over with and have one less competition to go through. Yeah, look. Ms. You like Ziyech so much. What are your thoughts on him actively disrespecting the club? Issue with our fan base is people support players over the club. Really? You really think I support Ziyech over the club? Man, you're one of those people that actually watches me on a regular basis. You really think that's how I only put Ziyech in here just for the sake of it. He's not going to start. And to be honest, I don't care whether he starts or not. I don't care. I love Chelsea Football Club more than any players ever, period. Yes, I like Ziyech. Yes, I can be a bit irrational about him, but I'm not stupid. He needs to go. Of course, he needs to go. He doesn't fit, and stuff he does on Instagram, posting his Ajax goals against Chelsea, it's not on. Of course, it's not on. It's dumb. I've said it. Ziyech needed to go last summer. It's strange, man. We need only a top 5 to 10 players in each position to be one of the best in the club, in the world. World-class players don't need to be told what they need to do. That's the problem with average players like Mount. The manager can't handhold these players in every game. Yeah, look, fair point. Not talking about you, bro. I'm about people who support Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz, Mount. I support Chelsea now. Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that, Ben Stokes. Miz wants him gone in Jan. Stabs are an annoyance, but it's ball baiting Miz. He brought up his Habibi for the vibes. Exactly. I just put him in. Just look, if it bothers you guys so much, fine. Whatever. Just have Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is my team. Let me know what you think. How you guys feel? I want to now hear from you guys. Look, my score prediction. I don't know, man. I don't think we're gonna win. I really don't think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna get knocked out. Away from home, whole heap of rotation. My only positives that I can look at is hopefully Omari Hutchinson has a very good game. I don't know. What is the permutation? What is the condition with Carabao Cup? Like, if it's a draw, what happens? Does it go to extra time and penalties or something like that? What happens if it's a draw? Maybe it'll go to penalties. Can I be confident with Mendy in penalties? Probably not. Look, I can't do a score prediction. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it's 1-1. Maybe it's 1-1. It goes to penalties, and then potentially Man City wins in penalties. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Marina said, I can't teach to play football. I just teach tactics. Pakistan going to go to final today, though. Yeah, they're playing actually very well. We should be excited about the Russian player Arsen Zakarian. He has created triple amount of chances compared to all of our Chelsea attack this season. Yeah, let's see if Zakarian can come to Chelsea Football Club. It is a different league. I'd be very amazed if he's able to pull those numbers in the Premier League. From finalists to being knocked out in the first round, pen straight away. Okay, so it is pen straight away. What's the status on Chuku? He's not available. He's not available. You know what? We are winning 2-1. Ziyech will score now. Thinking about Ziyech will score now. Thinking about it. Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. We've got over 160 people live. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to 100 if we can. That'd be great. How would you guys feel? Honestly, how would you guys feel if Chelsea gets knocked out of the Carabao Cup? Does it matter for you guys that much? Would you guys be hurt? Is this a particular competition that you are thinking Chelsea has a very good opportunity to win a silverware? Where's your mindset? Where's your mindset for this particular situation? Ms. You trust Mendy in a penalty shootout? Nope. I do not trust him in a penalty shootout. Not a single bit. 2-1 Chelsea. Fair enough. Tomorrow used to use black magic on us. The juju is real for Ms., if not for all of us. Deshaun, thank you so much for the super chat. Pulley and Omari to score Chelsea 2-1. Wow, that would be sensational. And look, I would love a win, man. I really would love a win. I think a win would lift us. You know, the fact that beating Man City in a cup, go for another cup run, who knows, maybe win it this time, it would be sensational. But yeah, right now, the way how it's all situated, I don't feel confident. At this rate, I'm expecting anything. It doesn't. I hate this cup. Fair enough. Will Cesar Casady ever debut with us? Yeah, eventually enough. Just not now. Eventually enough should. Newcastle is a must-win. I don't really care about the League Cup this season. Yeah, look, we have to finish off the season with a win. I mean, we haven't won in the Premier League for the past 4 games. That's unheard of. I don't remember when the last time Chelsea went through that run, 4 games without a win in the Premier League. Newcastle's going to be tough. So yeah, who cares about this particular cup? Although, yeah, of course, you always want to be in and around in a cup. There are so many midfielders in the world, but the so-called proper Chelsea only one passion. Design kiss the badge merchants. This club is in the gutters. I won't be hurt. We have bigger problems to solve, and already stacked schedule after the World Cup will hamper us for sure. Yeah, fair enough. We should drop out of the cups and focus on Premier League and Champions League. Champions League, big, should be massive focus in the Champions League, man. Honestly, we should have huge focus in the Champions League. That's probably one of the best ways for us to make sure that we make to the Champions League next time around. Maybe see if we can add some players during January and see if we can put up a really good run in the Champions League. Obviously, it's not going to be easy, but it seems like a competition where we do better as opposed to the Premier League. So in January, pack up with at least 2 to 3 players. Strengthen the squad. Tier 1, thank you so much for the super chat. Priority is top 4 and Champions League, so don't care. The usual draw is actually good because some top teams drew each other, so might pull another miracle. Yeah, this is what I mean, Tier 1. This is what I mean. Bang on. Do you know what I mean? Like, see if you can add a few players in January and then go in the Champions League. Go in the Champions League hard. 15-16 was the time we went 4 games, no win, I believe. Might be 2021 under Lamps. Under Lamps, 4 games? I don't think so. Maybe. We were wrong to get young'uns like Chuku, while the first team, especially the midfield, seems so urgent. Yeah, that didn't seem like there was some sort of a plan, was it? For the summer window, it was there was a change of ownership, and Todd Bowley had to do things on the fly. So I can't really even blame them, to be honest. Honestly, there's no one to be the situation Chelsea's in at the moment. There's really no one to blame. Honestly, there's no one to blame. Roman had to sell up. We had the sanctions. New owners came in, did what they had to do. I mean, if they don't want any of the existing people, they're the owners. They can do whatever they want to do. Tuchel got sacked. Potter came in. You can't blame Potter at the moment. The only stakeholder you could probably blame is the players. The players have, not been at their best all the time. But besides that, you can't really blame anything else. It's just we're in a poor circumstance. We're just in a poor circumstance. Fact one, we could take advantage of the big teams facing each other. I'm scared for our club, man. I feel it's only going to get worse before it gets good again. I don't know what direction our club is going, and I can't recognize the way Potter wants us to play, similar to TT. Yeah, no, you're right, man. You're right. We will face pain, a lot of pain, before we can actually start changing this around. It's like rebuilding again, man. It's like rebuilding the image of the club again. It is, because Roman's gone. This isn't Roman's Chelsea anymore. Everything that we did under Roman, that's done. This is a new ownership, new face, new brand, whole heap of new people. All of the old guards are gone. Marina gone, Peter Cech gone, Bruce Buck gone, our physio, our medical staff gone. We're getting technical directors, head of recruitment, director of recruitment, sporting director, like data analyst. Like it is a new setup. It is a new setup. So there will be some sort of pain. A new setup will not click into gears like that. It will take time. So yeah. We actually played some good football under Lamps. We were so fluid. I mean, I don't want to go into that whole Lamps conversation. To be honest, if I'm being absolutely honest about Frank Lampard being a manager, I still don't think he's cut out to be a manager. Like, he would have been a brilliant pundit. What Frank Lampard was doing as a pundit, he would have killed it. He would have been the next Gary Lineker. Seriously, he would have been the next Gary Lineker. And there's nothing wrong with that. Frank was a legend as a player, Chelsea legend, superstar player. As a manager, I don't think he cuts it, man. I don't think he cuts it. He would have been a brilliant pundit, though. He was a magnificent pundit. 3 years missed before we get Joy again, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't say 3, but minimum 2 seasons. Obviously, this season is a bit of a... This season might be a bit of a write-off. But maybe from next season on, midway through, we might start seeing some progression. I would love it to see this season sometime, but I think it's unrealistic to think that way as well. You know, new manager, a whole heap of new players that we're thinking we want to get in January. For all of them to gel together, it's going to take a bit of time. To be honest, I would rather risky, slightly stupid to throw players under the bus when you are Potter with no big club CV, credit in the bank, plus given the fact that he just came to the club. Can we get Enzo in Jan? Man, we can get Lavia. I like the guy. He's so young, but playing like Jorginho plus Rice. Yeah, Romeo Lavia is a very good player, I think. I've seen him play a couple of times already. I really like the way he plays. So I wouldn't mind getting him. And it looks like Chelsea are well and truly looking to get this particular player. Enzo Fernandez in January? I don't think so, man. No way we are getting this player in January. Benfica are balling, man. Benfica will try and keep him this entire season. And Benfica, for me, is they're an outside shout. Like with Napoli in the Champions League, Napoli and Benfica, they're probably my dark horses in the Champions League. These two teams, they play some proper ball, man. And Enzo Fernandez is a huge factor for Benfica. Deshaun, thank you so much for the super chat. Only problem I have, GP doesn't give me confidence. Just have to be patient, man. Just have to be patient. We just need to be patient. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We will be back for the watch along. Do look out for that. If you've missed my team, this is the team, by the way, just before I go. This is the team I'm going for against Man City. Mendy, goalkeeping position, Lewis Hall, Koulibaly, Chalobah, Aspie, Zakari, Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Omari, Hutchinson, Pulisic, Broja, hopefully, look, I don't know whether this will be the team, but this is the team I'm going for. I actually had Ziyech ahead of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but some of you guys got upset, so I changed that around. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether we're going to win or not. I really don't know. I have a slight feeling maybe Man City will win this. If we can take it to extra, well, it's not even extra time. Maybe if we can draw, go to the penalties. Even then, Mendy is someone who's going to take the penalties. It'll be, I don't know. I don't have any confidence in Mendy to be a shot stopper in the penalties. Ryan, thank you so much for this comment. This channel is so therapeutic. Big up, Miz. Big up to you, man. Big up to you as well, Ryan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I shall see you guys for the live watch along. We'll probably tune in an hour. So just like the Arsenal game, we'll tune in just before the lineup is announced, which will be interesting to talk about the entire lineup. Ryan will be joining us, and Sai Krishna will be here as well. So it'll be fantastic to have both of them. And hopefully Chelsea does a madness. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.